So, back for another Believe in Boyt with this Galarian Wheezing team. And so far I haven't forgotten about neutralizing gas, but I'm sure that's going to come up soon. Actually managed to remember, and I'm very proud of myself for last episode for remembering about the neutralizing gas. But it requires a bit more focus for me because it's one of the abilities that just doesn't go into my brain well. So I really need to focus in these games. If I bring the Wheezing, that is, which obviously I'm going to be doing in this week. Because I do want to try out the Wheezing. I've been holding on to the Specs Wheezing for quite a while. And I hope that it's actually pretty reasonable. Which it definitely should be. A lot of people have just been using the support one. They've never used any kind of offensive Wheezings. I've seen a couple of Light Orb ones, actually, to be fair. But I don't think I've ever seen the Specs one. So hopefully the Specs is going to... Okay. Speaking of things you don't really see, there's a Dedenne. Okay. Interesting. Not really sure what the Dedenne's doing there. Like, that looks reasonably normal. Except for that Dedenne. Interesting. So what can I shut off? I can shut off the Mirror Armor and I can intimidate... No, I can't intimidate Corviknight because neutralizing gas will also stop that intimidate. I can stop Friendguard. I can stop Prankster. That doesn't help me because Whimsicott's faster regardless. Interesting. Not particularly liking Hydreigon here. It's threatened by most things. Definitely bring Porygon. I'm going to bring Wheezing because Wheezing. Then... No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave Wheezing in the back. I'm going to hope for special attack boosts. So if I go with Porygon and with Excadrill with Gyarados... No, I need to bring Volcarona. Gyarados with Volcarona and Wheezing. I was thinking I was bringing Excadrill, but then the Corviknight, you've got to bring your Fire type to Corviknight. Even though I have Thunderbolt on the Porygon too, Corviknight's one of those Pokemon where you really need to bring your answers. And Excadrill is not one of them. I mean, it does okay if you've set up Swords Dances before, but yeah, just standard Whimsicott Lapras. So am I going to get a special attack boost? It would be very nice if I do. I would also be able to go for a guaranteed Geyser into the Lapras if I wanted, if I switched in Wheezing. It's going to be special attack? Just attack. Unfortunate. Okay. Getting attack isn't ideal because that means that I can't do like the cool Wheezing switch in, Wheezing switch out kind of thing. You would assume they're going to taunt my Porygon. I'm just going to Ice Beam the Whimsicott. I'm going to Quake into the Lapras. This is one of the things that I've theoried. Just boost up the Porygon 2 and it will never die. So they go for Tailwind and Max Lightning. With the Assault Vest, I should still be living with the Gyarados. And then the Whimsicott's in range of whatever I want to go for, because I'll get the Ice Beam. And if they go for Resonance, it's not going to do too much. Maybe they go for a Fake Tears and a Resonance into the Porygon 2. That wouldn't be ideal, because I'd only be at -1 defense, because my Quake would go first in that case, because they wouldn't have Tailwinded. So, still a little bit awkward. It's Charm. Okay, that's not so bad. Because I'm going for just a Porygon 2 win here. So you have the Quake, which is really good. I'm not concerned about... This isn't a waste of a Dynamax. This is setting up Porygon 2 to never be broken. If I take care of Whimsicott, there's no potential taunts that can come out. And then I'll just be able to recover forever. So look at that damage, like that's nothing. This should be a worthwhile trade. And if I take care of something, then hopefully... How much is this going to do? with the resonance. Surely still 2 shots, right? Exactly 2 shots. So now I'm just concerned if they go for fake tears this time. I'm still going to attack the Whimsicott. And I'm still going to Quake. Also into the Whimsicott. Doesn't really matter which one I target with the Quake. I'm going for the P2 win. So if I take care of any taunts, like if you have Charm, you probably don't have Taunt, because surely you have Fake Tears. Just the Fake Tears would be the concern here, because then I'll be back down to neutral. And then I'll have to Quake one more time. Nope, that's fine. Charm me all you want. I don't care about this Gyarados. Get a crit as well, which doesn't matter because the Ice Beam would have picked up the knockout regardless, but I guess we take those even though it doesn't matter at all. Is this going to be a Lightning? Yeah, this shouldn't do too much as well. I'm +2 and Assault Vest. Yeah, that is nothing. Thank you for boosting the power of my Thunderbolts. That was very kind of you. So what else do they have? Dedenne, Corviknight. I don't think I'm concerned with anything that they have in the back. I'm struggling to see how they break the P2 now. They bring in Corviknight, I just Thunderbolt it. And they set out the electric terrain for me as well. That is the Dedenne. So that is getting quaked. And I will Ice Beam it as well. What the Dedenne will do? Will it Parabolic Charge to get a weakness policy? A Rising Voltage, okay. But that's still, again, just nothing. And now the Porygon 2 is going to be +3 special defense. Like, how do they break this P2 now? And that is one of the problems with these kind of Lapras teams. Like, you still need to be able to do damage. And this is not going to do damage. See, what even was that? I mean, that's less damage, but, you know. I guess they're going to have the cheek pouch now. So that they get reasonable healing with the Citrus Spray. So actually, to be fair, they're right back at full. So, how do I break this Dedenne? Would I get a special attack boost if I switched in and out, again with Weezing? I'm not sure, but I don't care about the special defense boost now. So I am going to go for that. What did I have? Weezing can Sludge Bomb there. And I got a Roll Corona as well. Okay. So actually, do I want to switch in the Weezing? Because Weezing can just KO the Dedenne now. I can go for Thunderbolts. Have I been seeing Life Orb on there? Well, yeah, it's taken damage, so... No, but that was Quake damage, right? That still could be Weakness Policy. If it's Weakness Policy, whoops. And this may be a mistake switching in the Weezing. But I still want to try and get the special attack boost, even though it probably won't matter. And I could just Sludge Bomb KO the Dedenne whenever I want. So this could be a mistake. But the Rising Voltage shouldn't do that much, even though we are in terrain. Okay, that's more than I expected. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. That is definitely a way through my P2. But even still... Is this Weakness Policy? It's not, okay. So it's going to be Light Clay. That's still fine. So I'm going to Thunderbolt again into the Lapras. Maybe more turns of Electric Terrain. 2 more turns. Okay. I'm going to Thunderbolt. And I'm going to switch out into the Gyarados. And hopefully Dedene's defense is so much lower than its special defense. And hopefully this Corviknight, perfect, is going to give me... If it gives my P2 a special attack boost now, that's going to be great. Nice, there we go. That's why I wanted the P2. So I've got the Gyarados Intimidates on switch out, and now I've got the... and unfortunately, I Intimidate myself because the neutralizing gas is gone, but I got the special attack boost. Like, I got the double download. And that's exactly what I wanted, because I don't care about... Oh, okay, now I do care about this. That's a little bit more awkward. But I'm still going to get a nice Thunderbolt into the Corviknight, because it is still an electric terrain. So yeah, that Area Impulse changes quite a lot. The Lumberry will make the paralysis not matter, but apparently there is no paralysis. I think that's still okay, because I have Volcarona. So now if they KO the Gyarados, that means that the Dedenne is on its last Perish tick. So that won't be too concerning. So I'm going to Thunderbolt into the Corviknight. How many turns of Perish were left? There was 2, right? Yeah, there's still 2 turns of Perish, so I'm going to Thunderbolt. And I'm going to attack and go for a Waterfall. And I'm not too concerned with the Gyarados anymore. Gyarados doesn't really help me, so if it gets KO'd to this Rising Voltage, it doesn't really matter. And they would have to roost here, else I can just go for Heat Wave. And we will never know, so that's quite good. So now they need to switch out into Lapras or lose Dedenne. So this is quite good. And because I have the Cobra Berry, this means I get 2 Quiver Dance. But unfortunately, it is time to switch out the P2. Even with its massive special defense. I will switch into Weezing. I will go for a Quiver Dance. Because they have to choose Area Impulse to stop the damage on the Corviknight, but then they lose the Dedenne. Or switch out, and it's a pretty much free Quiver Dance. Even in the face of a Corviknight that could Brave Bird me, because I've got the Cobra Berry, I don't care. So it looks like they're sacrificing Dedenne. Which I think is okay. Because P2 beats the Lapras. Yeah, they did just Area Impulse, that's fine. So I counter that somewhat with the Quiver Dance. And are they going to be able to get the roost off? They do get the roost. That's fine. So they lose their own Dedenne to the Perish, which is very nice. And now I think I go for double Heat Wave. Because I've got specs on the... Thunderbolt, actually. Thunderbolt could be good. I reckon Thunderbolt KOs the Lapras from here. I'm going to Thunderbolt. And because there's no Lumberry, I'm slightly concerned about a weakness policy on the Corviknight now. Did the Veil run off? No. There was still one more turn. So I'm going to Heat Wave. Just to get that extra bit of damage. Even a -1, it should be enough. Because it specs Thunderbolt as well. Unless it misses. Which one did it miss? Oh, well. I mean, fair? Kind of. Almost. Oh, okay. We get another paralysis. Let's go Weezing. But that roost is fine. Because now I can go for Giga Drain into the... I don't want to risk any more misses. Not after that Heat Wave. Even though, you know, pretty statistically unlikely to miss another Heat Wave. But, yeah, I'm going to Thunderbolt. And... Nah, I'm going to Heat Wave. I'm risking it. Don't need the Giga Drain. I'm going to hit. It's fine. There we go. Okay, fair enough. So I didn't see how they broke P2. Perish was definitely a way to break P2. But then they sacrificed their Dedenne for some reason. But, like, that was a team that just didn't really do any damage. I don't like those kind of teams. Because you saw how much damage their Lapras was doing. Like, yeah, they charmed me forever, and the Area Impulsed me forever. But just because I'm not doing damage, you're also not doing damage. And damage needs to be done to win games. Unless you're clicking Perish on, I guess, technically. But there we go. There's a Pinsir. We're getting all the strange Pokemon here. It's not even a Crocodile. Like, that's Pinsir's main niche, and there's no Crocodile. Interesting. Weezing shuts down the Prankster of the Sableye, which I'm definitely going to appreciate. And the Libero, so I think I'm going to... Do I lead with the Weezing? I can always just switch in the Weezing. No, I want to lead with the Weezing because I can go for a Strange Steam and just take care of the Sableye immediately. And then... I think Gyarados. I think Gyarados is pretty reasonable, because I've got Quake as well that can hit the Magnezone very well. Probably need to bring Volcarona for the Magnezone, but then I can just bring Excadrill for the Magnezone. So I'm going to bring Excadrill. And then final one. I think it's between... I think it's like I'm concerned a little bit about the Primarina. And P2 does a bit better against it than the Volcarona does. And definitely than the Hydreigon does. I'm going to bring P2. This Volcarona still does okay. It gets to Quiver Dance before any water moves. And then can respond with a super effective Giga Drain. But if the Cinderace goes down, they'll struggle to break the P2. Okay. I have no idea what's going to happen here. Like literally, the only niche that I know that Pinsir has is the Storm Throw on your Crocodile. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm so scared right now. Did they have a Steel type? Got it wrong. I got it right last episode, but I got it wrong. Oh yeah, they did. Magnezone. So I will go for a Strange Steam into the Pinsir. And I will go for a Max Geyser into the Cinderace, because they can't change their type because of the Weezing. So this will definitely be a super effective hit if Weezing survives this turn. And I've EV'd it to survive a Steel Spike. That's not going to be happening because the Cinderace is not Dynamaxing. But Weezing would have survived any Steel Spikes coming out. But I don't know what's going to happen this turn. Like, the only niche I know of Pinsir is not here. So I have no idea what's going to happen. Oh, I was hoping for a Pinsir Dynamax. Just an Iron Head, and that's not going to change type, so that won't do too much. It's still going to two-shot, but Cinderace is definitely taken care of. Rock Slide. Okay, and that's not too concerning. Not too much damage. And this definitely KOs a Cinderace. The next turn I can just KO the Pinsir with an Airstream, but let's see how much this Strange Steam does. This is going to, like, I did the Thunderbolt, and that did a lot of damage to the Lapras through Aurora Veil. But this is going to be for the first stab Specs move that I'm going to miss because Strange Steam can miss. But I get flinched instead. Okay, so scratch that. We don't get to find out how much damage this would have done to a Pinsir. There's Magnezone, so that's definitely getting quaked. Gyarados will still outspeed that. And I think I'm going to Strange Steam it as well, just in case it is Sturdy. Even though Analytic is just so much better than Sturdy. Like, seriously, don't run Sturdy on Magnezone. Analytic is absolutely busted. Because if you're going for Dynamax, almost nothing is KOing you in one. And at that point, why are you leaving your Magnezone in against something that can KO you in one? Just like this Max Quake is hopefully about to do. But yeah, that's still my favourite Dynamax cry. I don't think there's a better one than Magnezone. Just another Rock Slide. Weezing should live. Max Quake's going to come out. Maybe lets the Gyarados live with the Assault Vest? Probably. Okay, the Strange Steam won't be enough. Might get a Confusion though. Oh, it's definitely not enough if it's Berry. But does the Gyarados survive? It won't survive a Rock Slide after this, if it does survive. But no, no chance. Okay. Interesting. Probably should have got the Strange Steam into the Pinsir, because this Strange Steam probably won't help. What did I have in the back? Oh, Excadrill. Oh, yeah, I'm fine then. If I've still got Excadrill. Okay, still didn't matter. Great job, Weezing. You're doing so good. This is going very well. But now, would they max guard the Magnezone and fighting move the Excadrill? Almost certainly. But will they? I'm going to Strange Steam the Pinsir. And I'm going to hope that they don't max guard. It's a bad play just going for hopeful, because like I think they're going to max guard, and then I'm just not going to make the play. But they did not, so I'm glad. Because that's definitely going to KO. Fighting move definitely, like from a Pinsir, there's no way that they can KO Excadrill in one. This is a very bulky Excadrill. Like this won't do too much. Okay, that's too much, but I was always living. And because of that drop, like, they're going to give me my weak spot. That's a very slow Pinsir as well, because this is a bulky Excadrill. There's not much speed. But this Strange Steam finally goes off, and it's going to OHKO this Pinsir because of the drop. I mean, it would have done if it wasn't Focus Sash. So that's a very, very strange Pinsir that underspeeds this Excadrill and is Focus Sash. And there's Primarina. That's good. That's what I want to be seeing. Although I've locked into Strange Steam now, and I'd have preferred to have locked into Sludge Bomb. But that's okay. I'm going to go for Strange Steam into the Pinsir, but I'm going for Rock Slide, so hopefully that's going to KO the Pinsir. And I don't think I'm in Feint range, so... Oh, I just am. So that's another reason why I targeted the Pinsir. And unfortunately, the Primarina outspeeds my Weezing, so that is incredibly awkward. I think I lose now. Pretty sure I lose. Because I can't beat them both. Because it's got close combat. I'm gonna be losing to this Pinsir. I mean, the two flinches were very, very critical, but yeah, this is not good. Trick Room is optimal here. Because I have to take the close combat and Hyper Voice anyway, but I'm going to be taking 2 Hyper Voices or 2 close combats, so there's no way. That's too much, and we're in the rain as well. So I'm going to be losing to this Pinsir. Amazing. Oh, Hydro Cannon can miss. No, that's going to KO. Rip. No chance in the rain. Yeah, definitely some unfortunate flinches. And some unfortunate speed tierings anyway. Like if the Weezing outsped the Primarina, that would have still been okay, because then it would just been Primarina against Porygon 2, and pretty sure Porygon 2 can win in that case, but that's what Rock Slide can do for you sometimes. If I'd have attacked at any point with the Weezing, actually no, only the first one really mattered, because I Strange Steam the Magnezone. But yeah, there we go. That's what can happen sometimes, especially when your opponent is clicking Rock Slide.